Hello my fellow humans and welcome back to another daily dice where we ask the dice for a message and find out what that is. I do want to say thank you to anyone and everyone that continues to be a supportive part of this journey, this path, this ever-growing tribe. I'm truly honored to be sharing this time and space with you. And for those of you that are new here, welcome. This is that reminder that we're all here sharing this human experience, and that this is a safe space to show up as your highest, most aligned, loving, authentic self. So that being said, let's hop to it. Today we are going to find out what is today's Daily Dice message in regards to love. So Source, what is today's Daily Dice message in regards to love? What would you like to say? What would you like us to know? What is today's Daily Dice message in regards to love, Source? So we've got Leo, the 6th house, and Jupiter. So some luck. Luck is on your side. Luck be a lady tonight. Alright, so this is all about your health and your foundation, right? Your foundation every day showing up. And I feel like the thing is here, it's like you're building something and maybe feel like you don't have enough time to put towards getting to know another person. And it's not like you're not interesting to people. I feel like there are people out there offering to date you all the time. Right? And you're always wondering, when's that one person coming? When's that one person coming? But the people who are interested in you right now, it feels like you just don't have time. Like you're like, I don't have time to mess with these people. I don't have time to put forth and try to get to know someone. But then when you're lying alone at night in your bed, you're like, why am I alone? You know, why is it that no one's in my life? Why is it that I don't have the love of my life? Like, what am I doing wrong? But then when people are showing up trying to get to know you, you're very much in this defensive place where it's just like, I don't have space. I don't have time for that. And so there's this energy right now. It's like you have already added so many things to your day-to-day, right? And if something's important to you, you'll make space, 222 on the clock, you'll make space for that, right? But love right now, it feels like it maybe not is a priority for you because you keep not making space and room for someone to come into your life, or there's a fear that there's someone else better, or there's a fear that they're the wrong one, or whatever it is here. But Source is showing you that if you make space with the dice here, if you add them to your daily routine. Okay, we're not asking you to just put your whole life on hold and say, give this person all of your attention, because it's never going to work that way, right? Like that just doesn't work. I feel like you've gone down that road. It's not worth their time. But if you say, hey, look, I have a little bit of time to talk right now, so let's talk, but you know, I'm going to get busy later and I won't be able to show up, and then not fret when you can't connect with them. But if you're honest about it, they're going to appreciate that. And if they don't, then that is absolutely not a person who's going to be worthy of your time, your energy, and your effort. Because there are going to be people who want you on demand 24/7, and that is completely irrational, right? The Source is saying when you make time and you be honest with these people and you tell them like, hey, I have a little bit of time right now. I'll be willing to spend talking to you. Let's go ahead and talk. You know, we got 15 minutes or whatever it is that you have, and make that a part of your daily routine. And if you have to tell them, look, I only have 15 minutes every day at 9 o'clock. That's the only time that I can talk. If someone really wants to get to know you, they're going to make time in their schedule for you because you're on this journey of healing and growing and everything like that. Or they're going to try to find a compromise for you here. And that's what's going to bring abundance here. But it does feel like there's a resistance coming in where it feels like you expect the person, you know, like you don't want someone to expect you to be available 24/7. And it's not that you expect someone to be available 24/7, but it does feel like it's very similar to that type of energy where it's like expecting them to just understand where you're coming from without having said something. And that's okay. But, you know, there's people out there who do want to bring a sense of happiness and joy into your life. And yeah, it could even be a Leo. This could be a Leo who's really interested in you. We have self-confidence, loyalty, and creativity. And if all you are is available a few times a week, you know, being honest about that and sharing that with them, whoever it is that's interested in you, they're going to make space for you, okay? But Source is saying here, like, you have to make space as well if you want love in your life. And to honor the fact, like, if love isn't a priority for you right now, to honor that. Like, be okay with that. Like, it's all right. How about friendship? We could all use friends, right? And then that takes away the pressure of having to always be accountable for everything that you're doing. Rather, it's saying, like, I just want to be friends. Like, can we just open up a friendship, and then if it turns into something in the long run, cool. If not, cool. We both have a friend from it, right? Look, we have conjunction, a union, merging and coming together. But with Source bringing this card out, it does feel like love is important to you. Even if emotionally you're in this place of like, no, it's not that important. But it might be at your core level. It might be something that's very important for you. But you've just been through so much that it just doesn't feel like it once did, right? And that's okay. Yeah, we have healing here, right? With the 12th house, we have spirituality, transcendence, karma, sacrificial service, and healing. So it's time for you to transcend the illusions that you've placed on yourself when it comes to the idea of love and what love means for you. It's just redefining those parameters and then inviting someone in. I know that was really hard for me when I started talking to people. I don't really talk to people now because I'm in a different place. But when I first started talking to people, like, just being open and honest with them, I was like, people aren't going to accept me for that. Like, people are going to be like, I had this idea. But when I was honest and open about, like, hey, I only have a few minutes each day because I'm really busy, but I do want to talk, most people were really understanding about that, right? And that's what it feels like. That's a similar energy that's coming through here with this combination. It's very positive dice. We have very positive energy, but there's like this trepidation that's coming in, like, but I just don't have space. I can't make space like that. They have to take all the action, but it takes two to tango. That's a relationship. We have slow down, pause, and allow things to unfold. So maybe you're rushing things as well, and they're saying to not rush anything here. Just, again, this idea of coming back to being friends first. Let's build a friendship and then see where it goes. We have, look, consider your foundation, and the 6th house talks about foundation. I can't make this up. Look at how committed you are to love. What did I say? And here we have a card coming out. It's like right now, love just doesn't feel like a priority. And it feels like in your soul, though, that love is a priority. And so it's just saying, like, if it's really that important to you, what I got with the dice, if it's really that important to you, you'll make the time and space. You'll see, how committed am I to this, right? How really am I committed to having this in my life? Then you'll make the space. If you're not that committed, then don't make the space. But also don't keep wondering why you're alone and no one's with you, right? We have to consider those things. And sometimes we don't want to consider those things because we're so used to putting the blame on others. And we have karmic relationship, resentments and triggers, perceptions, intensity and letting go, turmoil and fleeting. And I feel like this is what you're healing from, is a karmic relationship, something that was very difficult to get through. We have paradise, happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other in the honeymoon phase. And this is very much in line with the Leo energy here. It's just that new, playful, exciting energy, that dating, flirting, having a good time, right? And we have partying, time with friends, having fun, happily single, and living in the moment. So you could very well be in this place of this partying energy. But look, we have this very wishy-washy energy over here, where it's like, I want togetherness, but I don't want togetherness. But I want togetherness, but I don't want togetherness. And it's just, maybe just slow down. Just slow down and say, you know what? If a relationship happens because I became really good friends with someone, then that means something, right? You built a foundation together. So let's get a couple of yin-yang cards out on it here, Source. Let's see. Look, closed off, guarded, and resistance flying out. Distance, retreat, or time out. They have... Yep, confusion, Neptune, and illusions. This all makes sense. This is all that energy that's coming through that I kept getting. On the bottom, we have Mercury, messages, travel, and communication. So if you want that communication, you'll make time for it, right? but there's this energy coming through that's closed off. I'm not ready to make that type of commitment. I want to keep my distance. I have this retreat or timeout from love. And there's just a confusion coming through, this illusion, like, why am I alone? Why don't I have who I want in my life? That's Neptune at play here. Kind of like tripping you up here, but let's see what we've got. Yeah, detachment and cold. So this is an internal energy that's being brought to light in a love reading here, where it's Source saying, you want love, you don't want love. What do you want? And being honest with yourself. If you don't want love, then honor that. If you do want love, then honor that. But right now it's like, it feels like you want love and then you don't want to make space and time for anybody, and so you end up blowing people off, and you're not trying to be mean, but that's kind of what happens. And then it's like, well, yeah, but nobody wants to talk to me. And so there's like this really weird confusion. Right? This is confusion to Source, because Source is trying to match you with somebody, to align you with somebody. But then that confusing energy comes in, well, you know, like, I like being single. I like having my freedom. I like being fun and doing all these things and being in the moment. But I really want this happiness and joy, and I want to have that honeymoon phase and that love with somebody. And it's just this back and forth is what it feels like. But Source is trying to bring you into a union with somebody. You have to be clear about what you want. Because if you're not clear about what you want, then Source isn't going to be clear about what the manifestation is, right? So that's what this feels like for love. This is definitely for someone who's been wondering, why am I alone, but not letting things unfold the way that they would if you were to get a friend in this moment, instead of focusing so much on love. I feel like Source is saying, take a step back and really just focus on friendship at this time. We could all use more friends, right? So focus on building a strong friendship in your life, okay? So this is what I see here for you. If you feel like this is your reading, leave the little beach emoji, you know, the fun in the sun emoji. There's a couple of them. I'll let you pick one, but leave the little beach emoji down below and say, I slow down and live in this moment and allow friendships to turn into something more. And if it resonated, it would mean so much to me if you were to like, comment, and subscribe below. If you're interested in supporting the channel further, you'll find all those links in the description box. In order to do so, you can email me for a personal reading. You can follow me on over to my podcast on Spotify at Scatter Love Radio. You can even join as a member, and I would love to see you on memberships. But if not, thank you for your continued support here. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here and get on out of here. I do want to take a quick second, though, to thank your guides, your spirit messengers, your angels, Source, and my guides for all coming together to give us this message. And until next time, stay human. Bye.